Okay, so this video is to go along with the linear regression project for pre-calc. The main focus of this is to get you familiar with how the spreadsheet can work with and create regression lines. So you're going to get your own data. This is data I have from a different project. So I'm just going to steal this data and put it in my new file, and then I don't need that one anymore. Alright, so I'm gonna move this down. Alright, so you would put, like, if you're going to do fat grams and calories, you can title it. And then you select your data. And we're going to go to Insert. This right here, Charts. We're going to pick Scatter Plot. And you can see how they're all clustered here. So we need to take manual control of the axes. You're going to do that. Well, there's a couple ways to do it. If you go here and right click, you can go to Format Axes. And over here it's got the minimum and maximum values. So this would be for the X's. So these would be my X values, and just kind of looking them over, it looks like around 14 is my low and 20 is my high. So I'm going to go 14, and I'm going to go one past my, oh, it did it for me. So that kind of spreads it out. Notice how they're all up towards the top. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to right click on my Y numbers, go to Format Axis, and over here is the minimum and maximum. So I get as high as 93 and as low as just under 70. So I'm going to put 65 and we'll leave it at 100. So that'll spread the data out. Now you're going to do two things with this data table. One is we want to draw a line of best fit, like actually draw it by hand. So to do that, what I would do is so I clicked on the graph, I'm right clicking, and I'm going to put copy. Now I'm going to go over here, and I'm sure there's an easier way to do this. This is just how I do it. We're going to go to Window, Accessories, Paint. I'm going to press Control V. That'll paste it on there. I'm going to pull it to the center. Alright, so now I'm going to pick a different color, let's say red. I'm going to use this. Now when you draw your line of best fit, you press the left click button and it'll start the line. Here, I'll do it off to the side, and you hold it down, and when you let go it'll stop. So I don't want that one, so I'm going to get rid of that. When you draw it, what you want to do is you want to try to draw something that balances the points above and below the line. So I'm visualizing something like this. So there would be kind of a manually drawn line of best fit. And now that I've drawn it, what I'm going to do is look for a couple coordinates that look reasonably accurate, and I'm just going to put them right on my screen. I'm going to go to the letter box here, and you can pick whatever color you want. So let's see here. Looks like right here, we'll estimate that at about 19.6, and that's right on the line at 90. So I'm going to type parenthesis 19.6 comma 90, and then I'll have that for later. And now I need a second point. The further away they are, the better. Looks like it's actually going through one of those data points, but I'm going to use this one here. that's very close to 1575. So I'm going to make a new text box, 15,75. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit select, make sure it captures all of that. I'm going to right click and put copy. Now I'll go back to my spreadsheet, which was this one. I don't need this. And I'm going to paste it right below the one that it made. So I should be able to just drag this around, I think. Oh, it got rid of my last one, but that's okay. All right, so let's just push this off to the side. You could put it wherever you want, as long as it's in the file. When I open it up to look at it, it'll be there. So now what I want to do is remake this graph, so it'll be good practice. I'm going to select, I go to Insert, Charts, Scatter Plot. I got to fix my axes again. So I think we went 14 to 20. Oh, 21. And now I'm going to do the same for the Y. Right click, Format Axes. And I think we went 65 to 100. Okay, so over here is the one we did by hand. And over here is we're going to make the computer do it. So if you hover over one of the points and you right click, you can add a trend line. We want linear. And if you scroll down, we want to display the equation on the chart. See how it popped it up right there? And we'll display the R value on the chart. We can move those over. So the computer does the line of best fit, and I think it's better if you do your by hand one first, so you're not biased by what the computer tells you. You can see that these are pretty close. It's not exact, but that's pretty close. So this is what I want. I'm going to want this information. Then we have to do a calculation. So we have to find, the computer gives you the equation of its trend line, so you don't have to do anything but record that. So I could actually type it in here. I'll put the computer line, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to select both of those and merge the cells, and then I'll put my line, and I'll merge those cells, and we'll probably need a little bit of room here. If you want to get fancy after you merge them, you can go to Format, Cells, and go to Border and put Outline. All right, so theirs was Y equals 3.2911x plus 25.232. All right, so we're going to merge these to make a little more room for my line. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Format, Painter, and then I'll just click right here, and that way it'll just box that cell for us. Now we have to actually calculate this, and somewhere I'm going to want to see your calculations. So I'm going to do this back in Paint. So I'm going to scooch this over, and I'm going to put, so let's see, to find slope, we do y sub 2 minus y sub 1. And then I'm going to need x sub 2 minus x sub 1. And I'm going to draw a line. And this can make it a little thinner. And I'm going to select. shoot. My computer's being a little finicky with the selecting. I'm going to move that. So this is my slope equation. And I'll go back to here to letters, and I'm going to put equals. And I'm going to get my calculator. And we're looking at 15 divided by 4.6, which I'm getting 3.26. And I'm going to put slope. All right, so then if you'll remember, to find the equation of the line, we have y minus y1. So I'm going to pick one of these y values. I'll pick this one here. Y minus 75 equals slope times x minus this x value, 15. Enter. So y minus 75 equals 3.26x minus 48.91. So y equals, I'm going to add 75, 3.26x plus 26.09. Now I'm going to select just this business here. I'm going to press Control C to copy. Go down where there's a little blank space. I'll press Control V to paste. I'm going to drag it down here. And now I'll type my equation in. Y equals 3.26x plus 26.09. And dang, that was pretty good. Look how close my line is to that one. If yours is a little further off, that's fine. Don't force it to be super close as long as it's reasonable. The last thing we got to do is do extrapolated values. So extrapolated values. We'll merge these cells. Okay, so I'm going to put computer and me, or yeah, me. So what we're doing here is we're going to pick something outside of our data range. So if we go back to the data, remember how we didn't have any fat grams over 20? To extrapolate means to have something over and above or outside of the range of our values. So I'm going to put I'll put 40 grams of fat because our data only went up to 20, so we're going well beyond that range. This is our X value. See how these are in our X value column? So all we got to do is plug in 40 for these X's. So let's see, computer, I have 3.2911 times 40 plus 25.232. I'm getting 156.88 grams or calories. And then for my equation, I'm going to do 3.26 times 40 plus 26.09, and I get 156.49. All right, so I really don't expect your results to be that close, but I'll be looking for all these things. If you want to get fancy, that's fine. I'm going to put a border around there. And then I'm going to pick these. And now when I do border, I can do outside and inside. Okay, so here's all the elements. So if you're going to do this, you have your raw data. You have your computer-generated graph with its trend line. You have the computer-generated graph with your own trend line. Here's the computer's equation. Here's not only our equation, but how we did the calculations. And then here's an extrapolated value to show how we would use these if we were actually going to do this kind of analysis. All right, so give that a shot. I know it kind of took a long time to run through this, but you can back up and just go to the part you're interested in. Okay, good luck. Send it to me if you want some feedback, and I will be in touch with you soon.